Okay, children, in the first audio, we saw Wali harboring a strong desire to ride on the bus, which she used to watch every day from her doorstep. Now we will continue. Well, one fine spring day, the afternoon, the bus was just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway when a small voice was heard shouting, "Stop the bus! Stop the bus!" And a tiny hand was raised commandingly. The bus slowed down to a crawl, and the conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then! Tell whoever it is to come quickly." So, why would have the conductor said that line? That tell whoever it is to come quickly. When the conductor looked out, he saw an 8-year-old child asking them to stop. So, naturally, he would have expected that some elder person will be coming after her. So, he asked him, okay, ask him, whoever it is, ask him or her to come fast. "It's me," shouted Wali. "I am the one who has to get on." By now, the bus had come to a stop, and the conductor said, "Oh, really? You don't say so." "Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Wali, still standing outside the bus. "And here is my money." She showed him some coins. Okay, but first you must get on the bus," said the conductor, and he stretched out a hand to help her up. "Never mind," she said. "I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me." The conductor was a jolly sort, fond of joking. "Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam," he said. "Here, have a seat right up there in front. Everybody move aside, please. Make way for madam." So you can understand, you can imagine how the conductor, he liked the girl's nature. So he also responded in a very playful manner. Oh, small child acting as though she is grown up girl. So addressing him, "Okay, madam, come. Okay, make way for madam. Let her sit." It was a slack time of day. Slack time is a time when there is not much work. And there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. They were all looking at Valli and laughing with the conductor. Valli was overcome with shyness. Avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. "May we start now, madam?" the conductor asked, smiling. Then he blew his whistle twice, and the bus moved forward with a roar. It was a new bus. Its outside painted a gleaming white. Gleaming means a reflecting light because it's very clean or polished, with some green stripes along the sides. Inside, the overhead bars shone like silver. Directly in front of Wally, above the windshield, there was a beautiful clock. The seats were soft and luxurious. Wally devoured everything with her eyes. Devoured actually means eat hungrily. When you're hungry, how you eat? You won't be so slow, right? You will eat fast, eat quickly. But here it means devoured everything with her eyes means what? She saw everything quickly and eagerly. She wanted to see everything inside the bus. So far, she has seen only the outer part, right? So, how is it inside the bus? So, her eyes saw everything very quickly. She didn't want to miss out on anything. But when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind that covered the lower part of her window. Now, canvas, it's a strong, coarse cloth which we use to make tents, etc., or the surface for oil painting and all. Blind, the screen. So the lower part of the window, bus window, it was covered with a canvas blind. So she couldn't see what is outside. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. Peered means look curiously. So she had to stand on the seat to get a view of the outside world. The bus was now going along the bank of a canal. The road was very narrow. On one side, there was the canal, and beyond it, palm trees, grassland, distant mountains, and the blue sky. So, nature at its beauty, she saw everything. On the other side was a deep ditch, and then acres and acres of green fields. Green, as far as the eye could see. So the narrator or the writer has put it from the child's point of view, what she saw. Understand? On one side there was a canal, and beyond it she could see palm trees, grassland, then distant mountains, and the blue sky. And on the other side was a deep ditch. Ditch is a narrow channel dug at the side of a field or a road to hold or carry away water. And acres of green fields, green all around. Oh, it was all so wonderful. Suddenly, she was startled by a voice. Listen, child, said the voice. You shouldn't stand like that. Sit down. So somebody suddenly told her, don't stand like that, sit down. Sitting down, she looked to see who had spoken. It was an elderly man who had honestly been concerned for her. What do you mean honestly been concerned? Was genuinely concerned. A small child standing like that, when the bus applies brake, anything can happen. So he said, you should not stand like that. You sit down. But she was annoyed by his attention. But the girl didn't like it. There is nobody here who is a child, she said haughtily. Haughtily means proudly. I've paid my 30 paise like everyone else. She didn't like that elderly person addressing her like a child. Understand? How did she say, listen, child? So there is no child here. I also paid 30. You paid 30 paise. I also paid 30 paise. The conductor chimed in. Now, what do you mean by the phrase chimed in? To interrupt a conversation, mostly to agree with what the other person has said. So the conductor also said, oh, sir, but this is a very grown up madam. Do you think a mere girl could pay her own fare and travel to the city all alone? Yes, she gave me 30 paise. She is a grown up madam. Wally shot an angry glance at the conductor and said, I am not a madam. Please remember that. And you have not yet given me my ticket. I'll remember, the conductor said, mimicking her tone. Everyone laughed, and gradually Wally too joined in the laughter. The conductor punched a ticket and handed it to her. Just sit back and make yourself comfortable. Why should you stand when you have paid for a seat? Because I want to, she answered, standing up again. But if you stand on the seat, you may fall and hurt yourself when the bus makes a sharp turn or hits a bump. That's why we want you to sit down, child. I'm not a child, I tell you, she said irritably. I'm 8 years old. Of course. How stupid of me. 8 years, my. The bus stopped. Some new passengers got on, and the conductor got busy for a time. Afraid of losing her seat, Wally finally sat down. So look at that. When more people started getting in, she herself was afraid whether she will lose her seat. So she sat down. Nobody had to tell her that time. An elderly woman came and sat beside her. Are you all alone, dear? She asked Wally as the bus started again. Wally found the woman absolutely repulsive. Repulsive means causing strong dislike. She didn't like that woman for some reason. She doesn't know what it is. Such big holes she had in her earlobes and such ugly earrings in them. And she could smell the betel nut the woman was chewing and see the betel juice that was threatening to spill over her lips at any moment. Who could be sociable with such a person? Yes, I'm traveling alone, she answered curtly. And I've got a ticket too. Yes, she's on her way to town, said the conductor with a 30 paise ticket. Oh, why don't you mind your own business? Said Wally. But she laughed all the same, and the conductor laughed too. But the old woman went on with her drivel. Drivel means silly nonsense. Is it proper for such a young person to travel alone? Do you know exactly where you are going in town? What is the street? What is the house number? You needn't bother about me. I can take care of myself, Wally said, turning her face towards the window and staring out. Okay, we'll stop there. We'll continue in the next audio. Thank you.